I think this is what I hate about Target the most. They can give you your paperwork, but then they don't give you your trailer. Because, you know, you drop your trailer and they take it to a door. And I've been waiting for 45 minutes or so. They've already given me my paperwork 45 minutes ago, but they won't give me my trailer. It's still in a door. So let's go see. Well, that's not good. What? Huh. Sorry to bug you, man.
No problem.
Are they on break or?
It could be. I don't know what the break schedule is, but I think I just heard the tone over the thing, loudspeakers go off. So.
Okay. Because yeah, they gave me my paperwork like 45 minutes ago, but they won't give me my trailer. So.
Awesome. That's Target for you.
I don't really understand the point of my paperwork being in my hands if I can't have my trailer back.
Right.
Okay, I appreciate it, man. Do you know about how long your breaks last?
I don't know if they're on just it's either 15 or 30-minute lunch. I don't know which one they're on.
Okay.
So.
All right. I appreciate it, bud.
No problem.
There you have it. Why give me my paperwork if I can't have my trailer? And then on top of that, they rejected an appliance. I've never had an appliance rejected before. But they rejected a KitchenAid mixer because it was it's a misship is what they called it. It was a misship. It was supposed to be for Amazon. So I don't even know what to do with that. That's not like food where they're not going to tell me to throw that out, which means they're going to probably want me to take that back to the receiver because they won't keep it here. Which I feel like they should keep it here, and then somebody from there should come and get it because it's going to cost them a lot more to have me send it to them. So we'll see what goes on. This is ridiculous. Some of you might say, well, you know, especially if you haven't been to a Target, you might say, well, why don't you just go get your own trailer out of the door? Well, you're not allowed to do that. Doesn't make any sense to me. This is really annoying to me. Even at Walmart, like the way it works is when, you know, they tell you don't touch your trailer until you have your paperwork. The paperwork is key. When you have the signed paperwork, you are good to go. I feel like when somebody holds the trailer, sorry for that wind again. I feel like when somebody holds my trailer after they give me my paperwork, I don't even know. I don't want to say it's holding me against my will, but you know, it's like this is uncalled for. This is absolutely uncalled for. They shouldn't, you know, because I'm supposed to wait for the damn yard. I'm supposed to wait for the yard jockey to grab my trailer and bring it to me. I'm not supposed to grab the trailer myself. But here it is. Look at that, green light. I mean, it's ready to go. It doesn't make any sense. And then they go on break. So yeah, I mean, over the years, you kind of learn to grow more patient with things. But this is just something that no matter how much experience you have, you're going to be impatient. You're going to get annoyed. Because there's just no reason for this. There's no reason that if I have my paperwork, I shouldn't be able to grab my trailer and leave. It's wasting my time. I have to figure out what to do with that appliance that they don't want. But yeah, yes, I'm griping. You don't see me gripe like this very often, but this is absolutely ridiculous. I'd like to say that's trucking, but even this is beyond ridiculous. At least most places, if you're there for 5, 6, 7 hours, they don't give you your paperwork and then hold your trailer for another 2 hours. They don't give you your paperwork until the trailer's ready to be pulled out. This is just a whole nother level, in my opinion. So all we can do is sit here and wait. I'd like to go to bed, but I can't do that because you're not allowed to stay on their property to sleep. I'm officially done. And, you're not allowed to stay on the property once you're done. So, I'll be really mad if I try to go to sleep. They start pounding on my door, telling me to leave. Yeah. Unbelievable. Let's go see if they're back from break. It's been about another 45 minutes. No sign of a yard jockey anywhere. Nothing. It's like you kind of wonder, if I did grab my own trailer and leave, could I really get in trouble? I mean, they specifically told me I wasn't allowed to, because I did say something to the yard jockey. He said I'm not allowed to grab it. But once I have the paperwork, what's stopping me? Light's still off. There's still nobody in there. How long is their break? Seriously, how long is their break? They all go to break at the exact same time? Baffling. Absolutely baffling. I guess all I can do is just make note of how long it takes them to give me my trailer back from the point that I got the paperwork. It should have been right then and there. And like I said, they're still on break. It's been like 45 minutes since I was last in there, and they're still on break. They must have an hour-long break, I guess. Still dark in the office. It's now been almost 2 hours since they gave me my paperwork, and no trailer. So since I cannot actually pull my trailer out of the door, I'm just going to go to bed, and I'm just going to stay here for the night. Whether they want me to or not, I'm just going to stay here for the night. Yeah, they have been on break for over an hour. That's how long that office has been dark for, and that's just since I started going in there. So who knows how long they've actually been on break for. And they should have pulled my trailer out before they went on break. But because they didn't, I'm just going to go to bed. Like I said, if they want me to leave, that's too bad. I'm just going to ignore when I get a knock on the door. I'm just going to ignore it. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. They had 2 hours to give me my trailer. After they gave me my paperwork, I'm done. So, yeah, I'm annoyed. There's nobody to talk to in there. Nobody answers phones here. It's too late. there's just nothing I can do. Like I said, unless I just pull the trailer out of the door myself and leave. But I'm delivering to at least one more Target this week. And the last thing I need is to be banned from all Targets because I didn't follow their rules. And then I'll lose that load and credibility with the broker. So I just need to go ahead. Like I said, I've given them a chance to give me my trailer after they gave me my paperwork, and I even asked them before they went to break to give me my trailer, and they wouldn't do it. So now that it's been almost 2 hours since they gave me my paperwork, I think I am perfectly reasonable to say that I'm just going to go to bed. Even though they don't technically allow you to stay on their lot, I'm just going to go to bed, and I'll grab the trailer in the morning. I mean, it's just, I don't know what, if I want to get any kind of sleep, this is beyond my control. So anyways, I'm done rambling about it. This will probably be its own video. It's been long enough now. But this is the kind of stuff, though, that you know, if you want to come out here on the road, you do have to put up with. And let me turn my truck off. This is the kind of stuff you put up with out here on the road, you know? And it's very aggravating. And like I said, I mean, it's one thing if you're at a shipper or a receiver. Well, in this case, if you're at a receiver and they take 6, 7, or 8 hours to unload you, and then they give you your paperwork and you're free to go. That's, you know, that's annoying in itself. But at least when you get your paperwork, you're done. You're free to go. You can grab your trailer and leave. Or if you're already still hooked up to your trailer, you just pull out of the door and leave. But to be given your paperwork and then not have the trailer pulled out and then tell me I can't pull it out, so my hands are tied, and have it be over 2 hours since I got my paperwork, and they go on break for over an hour, leaving my trailer in the door. That's, like I said earlier, to me, that's just a whole nother level of stupidity out here. So I'm just going to fight it and just go to bed. I'm just going to fight fire with fire, if you want to call it that. Not really fire with fire, but, you know, like I said, this is kind of the passive-aggressive way of dealing with it, instead of pulling my trailer out without permission, even though it's my trailer and I have the paperwork. Without pulling my trailer out, I feel like the passive-aggressive way to do it is just to go to bed and deal with it in the morning. I've given them every chance I can. So we'll see y'all later, and we'll talk at you guys another time. Again, this is Target. This is what you put up with out here sometimes. But this is just a whole new level, in my opinion. And I'm a broken record, and I'm rambling, so good night. Alright, guys. Well, a little update as to what happened last night. And you may believe it, you may not believe it. It's a sad state that we're living in out here as far as this industry goes sometimes. But that shift went home. They went home without pulling my trailer out of the door, so I'm glad I went to bed. The next shift came in, and they finally pulled the trailer out. And I went in at 9:30 this morning, and they had just pulled it out. And they told me that they were profusely apologetic, and what's this guy doing? They were profusely apologetic, and they also went ahead and kept that appliance, and they said they're going to ship it out themselves. And that's all I really needed. That's great. I'm happy to hear that, because I was going to be really irritated if for a single mixer, you know, like a blender. That's what it was, basically, a blender. And for a single blender, I had to go out of my way because of somebody else's mess up. Which, granted, I know that right there wasn't Target's mess up, but the rest of it was. So I was going to be very angry to go out of my way when I have other stuff I have to do, and it would have cost them a lot more, or else I would have just left it here. So yeah, we're good. We're going to go ahead and get on out of here, and I'm going to go to the Pilot and get some coffee. But yeah, that shift went home. Even after I pointed out to them that I needed my trailer, they went home. I don't know if that's considered, I don't think that's really a third shift, but maybe like a B shift maybe, I don't know, but yeah, pretty upset with them right now. So anyways, guys, that's the ending of that little saga with Target. I don't like to gripe about places. I don't like to be on here griping about some stuff, but there's some things within this industry that need to be brought out to light, and they're, you know, people have to be held accountable. And I know it's not, you know, this little video is not going to do anything to make Target be held accountable, but they held my trailer and went home. That's exactly what they did. They left and left my trailer in the door. Nobody told me. I even specifically asked the yard jockey if I could get the trailer. I didn't know they were leaving at that time, but I specifically asked the yard jockey. I said, hey, I've got my paperwork. Can I get my trailer? And he said, no, you can't get it. And I'm like, you know, so why do I have my paperwork? He's like, well, we have to get it and bring it to you. And they never did. They went home. That's absolute BS. Thankfully, I didn't have, you know, my next load doesn't pick up till this afternoon. So I had the time to waste, which is why I didn't pull my trailer out. If I had a load to immediately go get, I would have left. I would have grabbed my trailer, and I would have basically said screw you, and I would have left, because I'm not going to let them, because they want to go home and leave my trailer in the door, I'm not going to let that deter me from making the money that I've already committed to making with the brokers by pulling their loads. So, you know, I had the time and I was tired. It was 3 a.m. at that point. I just wanted to go to bed, you know. I'd been up since about 6 a.m. the previous morning, and I just wanted to get to bed. So, you know, but it's just one of those things, like I said, it needs to be brought out to light when these shippers or receivers pull a stunt like that. Thankfully, when the next shift came in, they fixed it. I mean, it was still, you know, $1, you know, a day late and $1 short, but they fixed it. They kept that rejected case, and they said they were going to ship it themselves. It's just frustrating, you know, like I said. I mean, if I'd had a load I had to pick up this morning, and, you know, say it was a company driver and they didn't want to lose their job, well, that trailer would have been stuck there, and then the next load would have been canceled. You know, I mean, and I'm not even talking about a big company driver. I'm talking about, like, say I have 2 other trucks, and, you know, we're very dependent on these other trucks making the loads that they've committed to, and maybe the driver doesn't want to get fired. You know, granted, I would give him permission to grab the trailer and go, and I would imagine most small company owners would. But it's just, it shouldn't happen in the first place, you know? I'm just kind of killing time here until I have to go pick up my next load, which is also going to a Target. It's going to a Target, though, up in Michigan, up around not Grand Rapids, up around Kalamazoo. So it shouldn't be, I think I've been there before, and if I have, it wasn't that bad of a Target. So we'll just have to wait and see when we get up there. But anyways, guys, you all stay safe out there, and hold these shippers accountable, these shippers and receivers, you know. You know, I watch a lot of Just Trucking content, you know, and he does the same thing. You know, he holds these shippers and receivers accountable, you know, by recording everything that goes on, especially when it's something like that. It needs to be done, you know. Nothing's ever, all we're going to do is complain about it. Nothing's ever going to change. if we don't do something to hold these places accountable. And I'm not even talking about forcing them to pay for detention. That these big industries, they don't care about detention pay. It's nothing to them. You know, it's not going to matter if they have to pay an additional $80 because they keep us over for 4 or 5 hours. They don't care, you know. It's just the cost of doing business to them. They don't care. So you need to do something to help, you know, to hold them accountable and put it out there so that less drivers ship products to their locations. And then eventually I mean, I get you can't get everybody on board, but that's why nothing ever changes, you know. But anyways, guys, we'll all talk to you later, and you stay safe. See ya.